everybody, welcome to After the Checkered Flag on Supercross Live on supercrossonline.com. Ralph Sheheen and Jeff Emig with you. Well, here we've had 3 different race winners on 3 different brands of motorcycle now in the first 3 races of the year, and Jeff, none of them have been James Stewart.
Yeah, and that's it's a bit of a surprise. And I think it's a bit of a surprise for him, for Gibbs Racing, and also the fans. James had a much better race at Dodger Stadium in LA than what he had previously, and he stopped that podium drought that he had. So there were some positives that he could definitely take out of that, but Dodger Stadium, the big winner was all about 2-2 Motorsports and Chad Reed. It was the fantastic main event.
This is the second time we've raced here in Dodger Stadium, and even with the rain, I thought the dirt was really good. It was a challenge, but it provided great racing. Now 2 races in a row here.
And I believe that it was one of the best track layouts that we've seen, certainly this year. Really busy, really challenging, and the track designers, they switched it up in some spots. Really the only real whoop pad that we had was only 6 whoops, but they were big and they were far apart. So it kind of switched things up, and but overall the track, the riders really liked it. It was challenging, but it also took its toll on some of the riders here tonight.
The whoop section was a big topic of conversation all week long amongst the race fans and the riders. Your thoughts on just having 6 whoops? Was that okay?
Yeah, I think that it was fine. I mean, like I said, they got rutted. There was definitely different line choices, and it as the night went on, it changed. No doubt that the lack of qualifying practice because of the rain, only had 1 qualifier, that had its effect because the riders really didn't have a chance to get dialed in. The teams didn't have the opportunity to help the riders get dialed in. It was kind of a one-shot deal, make some changes, between practice and the heat, and then let's go racing. But once again, as always, it's always about the guys, stepping up for the main event. When it's time to earn the points and get the cash, who's going to do that? And Chad Reed did that tonight. Lights class, of course, we had Eli Tomac, notch his first win of the season, and both these guys really stepped it up for the main event.
And now we move on north of here. The only stop in Northern California, up in Oakland. That place, Jeff, could be a whole bunch of different things. You never know what you're going to get weather-wise up there. Could be cold, could be rainy, could be bright sunshine. And we still are waiting for James Stewart to get that win, and he cannot afford to have another bad night now because he has slipped all the way back to tied for 4th with Jake Weimer in the points, 19 back. How much urgency is there now at Joe Gibbs Racing to get him to the top step of the podium?
Well, I definitely think that there is because, Villapoto had an incident on the first lap of the restart in the main event, and he was way behind. And he came through the pack and was all over James Stewart with the last couple laps. And I think that James put in a really strong lap 18, 19, 20 to hold off Villapoto, but Villapoto came from so far back that I have the feeling that if Villapoto had started 12th maybe, he definitely would have finished on the podium the way that he rode. Villapoto, to me, is the guy to beat.
For Jeff Emig, I'm Ralph Sheheen. Thanks for joining us here on After the Checkered Flag. We'll see you next week.